Too many contributions in war times. So we're gonna continue on this next journey of disseminating how all of this stems back to York, and then we're gonna move forward. So it was a section of time when York was running around with this whole Moorish thing, and this is when he was doing tapes and stuff with the Amasis and the Moors, and he put out this Constitution of the United Nation of the Wahabian Moors. I got this book, all right, and when he was teaching these things, once again, showing how York's mind and his spirit was dividing itself amongst its followers, because York was mixing one ideology with another one. Like, let's go here. Like, look at this picture here, right? You got York with the Osiris costume on, but then you got his followers wearing the fezzes and all this other stuff like that. And the truth of the matter is, these two things didn't exist around the same time. But then you got other people wearing their own, even though they had these Masonic orders. The point is, none of that stuff meshes. But the thing is that York, doing this from whatever type of way he was teaching, he mixed these things in. Same thing with here. This is York with the little Christian outfit on. You didn't see a Christian preacher or pastor ever wearing a headgear that's similar to a Islamic fez or a tarbush, the Muslim hats that you see them wearing down here. You didn't never see that. So what I want to do is establish how all of this stuff ended up going into contributing to what Anova and them was doing. So York was doing all this stuff. Eventually he gets locked up, right? And when York is in court, I don't know if the picture is up here. But it's a picture with York in court, and he's wearing a fez. I don't see it up here, but you see York in the court wearing one of these red fezes when he was in court. Even same thing with that. So he's still wearing this stuff going to court. This I think that's a black or blue one. But if you look around, you'll see York in court wearing the fezes. So he had all this stuff going on. He put out this book, Let's Set the Record Straight, dealing with the Moors. This is the second edition. He had another one that he put out before that. Again, calling himself, the Wahabi Moor newsletter. He was calling himself Chief Thunderbird Black Eagle, all this stuff like that. So then, Anova, after York get a lot in 2002, 2003, 2004, Anova and them started this NOONE project and started writing, start distributing all this stuff out there. Now, just to show you, this is some of the things that a lot of people just are unaware of or forgot. Him doing that caused his followers to start doing the same thing. Now, mind you, this is way before I even heard of the nature books and all this other stuff. Now, watch this. Now, a person who was following in Anova's footsteps, because Anova had the NOONE project, right? And his writings eventually influenced this guy, right? Which is Larry Zoduk Shamuel. We had some run-ins with him a while back. Now, this is what he was doing. See, right here, it's called the NOONE Society, right? This right here, Anova and them, and I think Tarnova made this flag, the black, red, and the green, and put the seal on it. That's all Anova and them's doing. Then over here, you got the Moorish stuff, right? You got the NOONE symbol, Nupu symbol, and the N and the Z over here. And you got some of this Moorish stuff over here, right? And then you guess we got pitched over under there. Now, look at this right here. natural indigenous organization without the U.S. Nucratic. The Omniversal Charter for Noon Society. This is a follower of York. Okay? And he's creating documents the same way that ANOVA was doing. Right? Look at this right here. October 18, 2015. Remember, ANOVA already sent his documents out. 2011, 2012. So eventually, this guy jumps in the game and starts doing the same thing. I, Liweed Zodok Shamu L, copyright, trademark, Know the Republic, Laurie Zodok Shamu L, hereby here now established Noon Society and all subsidiaries, affiliate, family organizations in accordance with the laws, rules, policy, procedures, and ordinances of Noon Society. None of this is in the nature books because the books tell you to have, it's going to be a Noon True Culture Society that's going to be all over the mother continent. So he's talking about a Noon Society. Again, this is another, again, he's doing the same dumb stuff ANOVA was doing for all corporate contract states. And ANOVA was doing the same thing, writing contracts to the government. Nobody asked you to do that. Then he talking about Noon Society, copyright, trademark. How? Right? He goes on down, talk about Noon Society, recorded at Texas, Republican, Harris County. Same place, same state ANOVA was in, Texas. Look at the subsidiary organization that are part, included but not limited to, according to the laws of the Noon Society. And he got all this stuff, ISBN number, ordered by a doctor. Like, he's not a doctor, he's a clown. And he's mentally insane. But he's following the same thing that ANOVA was doing. And this is insane. This is insane. Copyright claim notice. This is insanity, right? I just want to show y'all this stuff. All right, we're going to go back out. So you got the NOONE Project, all that stuff up here. Now he got another one over here. All right? Let's just click on his page that we can just go on in there. The Bureau Reserve Resolution, what is that? Once again, they got our symbols up here. This is one of York's followers. These people is insane. Nibiru Reserve Resolution. 2016, Legislative Journal, House of Shamuel. The resolution reads as follows from conveyed to the conveyed for each time conditions are the same for the same each time is with conditions. Confusion. For in the House of Shamu L with each authorized representative 325-2016 as the embodiment of confident sons and daughters of the proud and well-grafted ethnicity who inspired the architecture of world societies and beyond, cater to each landmass world over. For the resolution is to provide for the establishment of Biru reserve pools. Once again, the Biru is a Sumerian word that they have took to mean York and them taught was a spaceship with some reptilians on it. Pedophile reptilians on it. So he's taking this stuff and going and writing it, sending it to the government. Look at this. Be it enacted by the Pentet and House of NOONE, Shamuel for the Imperial Crown Providence for Pitchnovians, not a word in Noon, of Noon Society in Progress, assembled that the short title for this resolution shall be the Nibiru Reserve Resolution. Definition of pool and bank. Wherever the word pool and bank is used in this resolution, the word shall be held to include city, state pool, and or banking association and trust company, except where imperial and national banks on the Nibiru Reserve pools are specifically referred to. Again, this is the same crap that ANOVA's doing, trying to get money trying to extort the government. See? All of this stuff don't make no sense. But this is what he's done. This is why all of this stuff is coming out, because now the whole thing got to come out and show you that this nasty spirit that ANOVA got was writing and setting an example following York and has been trapping Ethiopian people in these stupid contracts that they're making up that nobody's paying them no attention. All right, so it's all this is about bank and getting money. All right, again, show me where in Noon that says this, do this. This is why Anova is getting balked at, because he's sitting here doing these things as if it's the right thing to do, and it's not. All right, look at this one. Look at this crap. The Omni Insured Deposit Resolution number 4. The deposit of what? Omni Insurance Deposit Resolution, the Bureau Reserve Banking Proclamation. You could tell he read Anova stuff, and he wrote this. Establishment of organization. There is hereby established a Omni Insurance Deposit Organization. Hereafter referred to as the organization, which shall ensure as in hereinafter provided that depositors of all banks and savings associations which are entitled to the benefits of insurance under the resolution of proclamation, which shall have the powers hereinafter granted. See, and all this stuff is breaking up with the management. NOONE Council of Economic Well-Being. See, that's in the economic well-being is mentioned in the memorandum. This is what we're talking about. See, breaking it down. In general, the management of the organization should be vested in a council of economic well-being consisting of 7 members, one of whom shall be the Minister of Finance, the Director of the Omni Financial Protection Bureau, whom shall be appointed by the Imperial Pontiff or Deputy Pontiff by and with the advice and consent of the Pontiff from among individuals who are civilities of the new city-states, one of which you have the city-state bank security experience. All this stuff is his spirit being doing the same ridiculousness that Anova's spirit was doing, writing all of this craziness and paperwork, and nothing in Noon told him to do that. So his spirit is following behind Anova's spirit, who's following behind York's spirit. York just didn't write no documents while he was out toward the government. He was trying to use the Moorish information and certain things like that. But these dudes here done did way worse. Okay, what is this? Here go another. Look at this one. Following Anova. Letter to the world's representative leaders and influencers. Look at this. Begin all things first by using Nupu. That's not how that works in Noon. The all in all. This is all York stuff. For we, the peoples of True Culture Society, now he want to use that, have determined and accepted as facts that all laws belong to all within all. No law is law unless it's consistent in its cause and effect each time. Conditions are the same, for the same as with conditions each time. That is not in the nature books. And he got copyright. This is the foolishness we talking about. This is what Anova was doing with Psi 9, Galaxy Wisdom, Anunatar, Rest in Power, and Sidon, and they was doing that in their book. When you look at the ISBN numbers in the last video that I did, the question you have to ask yourself, why do y'all have to ship books out if y'all taking these books if they already exist in Amazon? What is going on here? Because if I'm citing the link, because they saying cite the ISBN number next to the book. Why? Because that means that y'all had it set up where the person couldn't click on the book and automatically just pay for it. Y'all playing a third party. Y'all playing third party in this, because the person who want to purchase the book supposed to go right to the website and then get the book and it gets sent to them. Why are they hitting y'all up citing the ISB? Because nobody shops like that. When you looking for a book, you click on the book. If it's in a reputable source, the ISBN number gonna automatically be on there. Why people have to tell y'all that what the ISBN number and then hit y'all with a price and then they get their book shipped? Again, this is showing that y'all was plagiarizing other people's books as well. And so this clown spirit doing the same thing. Look at this. The NEO Intergalactic Federation. Nothing in the nature books has our symbols associated with it. Then he got York symbol at the bottom. Then he got HIM, Nebu, Nupu. Then he got Asia, Mulan, Africa, Africa, America, Atlant, Albion, Lumeria. None of this stuff is in nature book. Exhibit A-999. Monetary Resolution Reform. Holy See Global Jurisdiction, Global Crypto Bank. Acceptable certification, prepaid, pre-authorized, pre-approved asset assurance of Nibiru Reserve on behalf of the Global District Authority. This is what we talking about. Y'all all did the same. Look at this. Country, Kingdom, Country of Atlant, Authority, HIM, Nibu Nupu, NUPU, Reserve Unit, Nomni, tokenized document notice in the Nibiru Reserve Treasury Bond. Amount issued, quoted. This fool here want 900 billion. Y'all are insane. Equal global exchange rate, 1 nominee, 9 all global fiat currencies, world reserve cryptocurrency, holder certificate, the Bureau Reserve, guarantee HM, Nibu Nupu, title, letter, patent, secure token type, world treasury. Again, head treasury, same crap you was doing, Nova. You trying to tell me that this is normal? It makes no sense. Here go another one. Standardized Stable Asset Benchmark Agreement. The Memorandum of Understanding is made on this day 1/30/2017, NEY 53, by NOONE Society and between all world societies and governments for the purpose of achieving the aims and objectives of world peace by creating a new stable and standard benchmark for all world societies and government currency using a unit of account nominee to be used to measure anything in the world. This is all York followers. And the crazy thing is that this particular, where is that at? See if I can make it a little bit bigger. Look at this eagle, this one on the end. Charles be using this right here. The symbol with the eagle with the Nupu symbol over the top. The same way Mansour was using the Nupu symbol in between two lions. Y'all disrespecting the Nupu symbol by putting it around animals. This is the dumb stuff that we're talking about. Again, here we got that one. NOONE Society presentation. What is this? NOONE Society presentation of affidavits of organization for the we the people of the True Culture Society. We determine and accept this facts. NOONE Society present affidavit of organization for NOONE Society UCC 3-501. All liberties reserved. All pitch Novians stand up. We came, we saw, we conquered. Having all nature united. Amun Ray, Atun Ray, the omniversal NOONE unification kingdom. None of that is in the nature books. The African NOONE kingdom affirmation, pitch nova, 9 liberation through mental resurrection on orb earth. This is not our stuff. This is mixing the same way Charles and them is doing right now, causing pure confusion. Why are these infidels writing the government with affidavits? Like y'all gonna force them to give y'all something and using and misusing the name. Look at this, for Nupu royal family. Don't you know everybody that's from African descent with kinky hair is relative to Nupu? That's our ancestral. Ain't nobody's over the other. But this is what people that follow York was doing, mixing NOONE with Nawapu or York teachers. And this is why I was saying Anunata, rest in peace, was not a Noonebu. And that you can see the same thing with this crazy guy here, got Nupu all up in here, knowing that they follow Dr. York. And it's no excuse for Larry, because Larry and me and him talked personally, and we engaged him multiple times, and it was known that Afro Una and York was not the same, because we had the birth certificate by 2014. It hit the internet somewhere in 2015 through no fault of our own. And then the Wapians had it. And so he already knew, but he's still using it and misusing it. So this is the problem that we're having when we're dealing with the example that York set, and then a Nova followed suit. And then another follower, Dr. York, did the same thing. The same way Charles, up to date, is distorting the nature books in the presence of facts. This is what all of you have done, and you still think there's not a problem here? Do you really think that? There's no way you can believe that. There's no way that y'all think that what is taking place here makes any sense. Look at this right here. Noon Society, presentment for claim for the planet Earth. This is so full of mental death, I don't know what else to say. Look at this. For we the people of the True Culture Society have determined and accepted as facts, Noon Society, presentment of claim for the planet Earth, Ki, Ta, Iridu, all these words that York threw in here now called Jipu. No, the planet Earth name in Noon books is Girtha. Jipu and one is interchangeable because it could be this, because now you're talking about the spirit. That's what you're talking about, not the planet. Because you got Ripu at one point, the spirit, the sun spirit, Jipu, the earth spirit, Sipu, the moon spirit. And in other cases, it can refer to the orbs themselves. But for all intents and purposes, to keep it clear, the planet Earth is known as Girtha. All right? But this clown then went out here and made a declaration to the government talking about we claim the planet Earth, and the nature books tell us that even though we was on the planet first, reality is that other races are here and that they have to be into the place of origin where they come from and stay there. Now listen to this. Listen what he says. August 16, 2015. Larry Zodok. Plenipotentiary, House of Shamuel, the new city of peace, Oxum. For the claimant knowledge of this clarification and with this claim by the claimant, I, Larry Zodok, reclaim Tiamat, him. See, this is the narcissism. He's saying I. That's a single. He reclaimed Tiamat. We know that York put that word out. Ki and or Iridu, misnomers for planet Earth, now known as Jipu, and clarify the residence therefore as sovereign crown Nupu. What in all the worlds is this Negro talking about? He says, I am Zodok. Now we know again, York, the Z in Malachi Z York stand for Zodok, meaning priest of righteousness. I am Zodok, the great deity of sovereignty. Insanity. I reclaim the planet and clarify all beings free and their sphere of experience open for self-determination as the root ethnicity, the roots to this planet and beyond that inhabit and seed of this planet. I am the authority of all ports. Whether ports in space, on land, in air, or sea, or under the sea, all ports of entry, ports of exit, border crossing, tolls, and trade agreements cease from beginning less time as creating physical flesh with the royal title of Nupu, El, and Naya. And York used that term too, Naya, meaning noble, right? I reclaim all resources and place under protection of which the nature of all people, whether created from moisture of the womb and or machine, I deem them free from any implied ownership. This is pure mental death. Okay? So this is what a Nova following York contributed to. Okay? This is pure foolishness. Okay? True men to call in peace in wartime.